Hey, hello, what's up? Howdy. Bonjour. All the good tidings to you and yours. It is honkai o'clock. Let's lock the fuck in. Q, what's good? What's good? How you doing? How's your evening? I'm going to focus extremely hard for all the story mode quests, which I still have remaining. I was like, I'm not that close to even really being done, I don't think. The last thing I had done on here, I met Casper. No, not Casper, Calypso. Called her Casper because she's a ghost, I guess. But I'm trying to power through all of this so I can do whatever the hell this is. I don't know what it is, but it looks extremely cute. Also, I get one of these as a reward, which is huge because now I'm like desperately in need of more self-modeling resins.
Is that the chamber of
also like
tears?
I just realized this a minute ago that I actually have like a kind of whale team comp. Like this actually looks like a serious honkai player team comp right here. Oh, you did? Shit! Congrats. I don't have any pulls left over, otherwise I definitely would still be gunning for her myself. Yeah, I was actually thinking I would try and get her because it seems like she kind of does something similar to Ron May. That's like her main job in a team comp. Except I probably like her personality a lot more than Ron May, so maybe I should like actually focus and get her.
Why exactly did you bring us here?
But since I just got Robin on the last banner like 20 pulls ago, I don't have any pity and I don't have the 50-50 guarantee, so I would spend upwards of
my intention should be obvious.
like a couple $100 to guarantee that I get her. Yeah, dangerous sociopath who doesn't care about her family. Okay. In that case, I won't like stress too hard about her because I just got Robin, and Robin is easily my favorite out of the three.
See that shallow pond over there?
Not even just for like
lilies grow there. Initially,
meta reasons.
Circes watered them with their tears, while Nestia nurtured them with affection.
But also just because she's the best girl.
They are a token of the eternal companionship between the two gods. All the two of you have to do is to cross the deep well and retrieve the golden
It sounds like she's doing an ASMR recording.
vows for me.
And then Mem pops in with the least ASMR voice of all time.
Indeed. Could it be that you actually do not know how to proceed?
I actually like started practicing editing shorts and stuff, both for content creation reasons and also just because editing shorts is fun, but Calypso was in the first one that I ended up making. I'll post it on Twitter too because I'm actually quite proud of it.
We can retrieve it, but I advise you not to waste your time on any schemes.
Oh my.
She's wife tier. I don't know what it is about her, but I like this design a lot.
And obstacles, and yet I receive nothing in return.
Maybe it's her antlers.
Besides, the bow is essential for awakening the heart and drawing water out of the source. If you can't find it this time, we can just remain trapped here for the rest of eternity.
I mean, that's fine. I can sit here and talk with you. Like, tell me about yourself. What's your favorite movie? What's your favorite color? Do you come here often?
You're overthinking.
Is she tall or is she floating?
We're all in the same boat. Although it would be absurd to say that I have no other motive.
I swear she's hovering. She's like kind of...
Since you've brought it up, I might as well take this chance to explain. I'm simply making use of this opportunity to see what you two are made of. So, is that truthful enough for you?
She also kind of has like Joker clown makeup on her eyes.
Now is not the time for me to elaborate further. So, please proceed.
I'm also all here for Mem slowly learning English.
As a student of Anaxa, equivalent exchange should be something that you are familiar
I'm a big
with.
fan of Mem randomly inserting correctly translated English words into her sentence and like in between all of the memes and
I cannot
memes.
deny that. Mister, since our interests are aligned right now...
Oh yeah, did you see that
I
Cascarus
trust in
leak?
what she says. Besides, she knows about my past. Even though I'm not able to elaborate much...
About
I
the
can tell you
global
that she has
revive for
reasons to
everyone on
fear
your
you.
account.
If you unfortunately turn out to be her ultimate target, please don't worry.
I was like, shit, I need her now.
Intervene.
Give me even more of a failsafe for all of my garbage units. I'm still not sure how I feel about the design choice of having a character with a global buff that affects everyone even when she's not on your team, but this one seems pretty minor and also something that you shouldn't be like reliant upon anyways. Because I already like didn't get a lot of use out of that when I was running Bailu on all my teams. Sure. Do I have to run out at like the exact second? Maybe I should actually read these guides. Oh, okay, yeah. I just had to lock in. I had to get the serious mode to do it.
A reward with no risk? I'll take it.
Huh?
It seems like one of those rooms where it would be really
vessel stored here.
like this would be a good place to have like the portal gun, the gravity gun. Yeah, I didn't have my time powers fully activated. Yeah, honestly, Zenless does seem kind of more grounded, which is good after playing a ton of Honkai, because every encounter doesn't necessarily need to be like a civilization-ending threat, you know. Sometimes you can just stay local and hang out with your friends and do stuff and be part of the community and, you know, just hang out. Having said that, the main characters in Zenless are still definitely going to end up being like some sort of extremely powerful entity, as I found after that, like, surviving that explosion at the end of chapter 5. Yeah, they're all local. They're all just there. It feels very like active. It's a very interactive world. It feels alive. Yeah, it's only text. You always find people in the exact same spot every time. Occasionally they come aboard the train, but it's like, yeah, it's not really consistent, and you can't really ever guarantee that anybody will be there. I do like the texting in Honkai a lot, though, but the texting is in Zenless too, though, so that kind of evens out. Hell yeah.
Mem, mem.
Mem 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 flowers mem mem. I love that shit. I don't know why that's so funny to me. Okay, awesome. Because it definitely, like, them running around in the campaign so far is mostly just them getting their ass beat and getting saved by the actual playable characters. I would love to play Belle and suddenly start, like, slapping people real fucking hard. Belle needs to be the one making her presence known. Why did I do that? I just moved that out of there. Okay, that's pretty cool. Amphorius, like, Akuma does seem a little bit like new Eridu in Zenless, just by nature of it being kind of a hub where everything happens and everyone interacts with. Which is pretty neat. I'm just gonna let that guy hang out there, he's pretty cool. Yeah, and they can all be in different places in Amphorius. Cool. I found the first part.
How smart.
Yeah, and but having said that, Amphorius probably on its own too is bigger than most of the actual maps in Zenless, because all of the actual maps are pretty small. Yeah. And Belle and Wise both deserve probably a little bit of
Let's hope that this
having the
is
ability to
trap
get their
set
anger
by
out.
A reward with no risk.
And even then, I mean, we were kind of just like playing Sherlock Holmes. We weren't like actively out there fighting stuff.
So this is the Golden Bough of Vows.
Every time I like fall into the hollow as one of the main characters, I just immediately faint. Like because Belle and Wise have like no hollow resistance. Every time we just accidentally fall into a hollow, which is like multiple times now. I'm just sitting there with like a handkerchief, patting the sweat off of my forehead, like, ooh, golly, this is tough. I don't know if I can handle myself. And then like Miyabi or Billy or somebody else will have to come save our ass.
I hope that the Titan will not take their anger out on us.
I need Belle to get like a cybernetic arm or something and just go punching people in the face.
So lustrous and beautiful. It's even more magnificent than before.
Meanwhile, Caleb is over here like, or Kalis is his name, I think, smacking gods in the face with a baseball bat. Pulling a giant flaming lance out of his ass. Fucking fighting gods and demons and eons and getting glanced upon by all of the divine beings in the world.
Understood. My
Oh yeah, she is floating.
apologies, Pink Bunny.
Memmy bunny mem?
Bunny mem?
Mem. Is this the legendary Golden Bough of Vows?
Yeah. We have met a lot of, like, spectacular people. Though. And honestly, there's something to be said for that, too. We're making friends with, like, some really strong folks.
We'll know once we test it.
Yeah. Like, this whole deal where we let Finon go on his journey of self-discovery where he went to go ascend to godhood. Like, the one thing that doesn't directly involve us, he, like, fucks it up and almost dies.
There's a secret passageway behind the pond.
He needs
It's
us to help us
faster if we
conquer his
take that
mind.
path.
How do you know this place so well?
If I lived in this universe, I would just entrust
Well,
anything to
I'm
Kalis.
one of the 7 sages after all.
Even though he's like a deeply unserious character. I don't know if there's anyone that has been glanced upon by... What are we up to now? 5 gods? I think it's only been 3. Ooh, that's interesting theory. I mean, maybe it isn't. I feel like it would be weird to have 2 back-to-back regions in a row that like aren't real, aren't physically existent. So yeah, we have. Did the God of Destruction actually glance on us for this one, or did we just like come out with a baseball bat and start hitting people with it? Because we were able to do this the instant we were born. Maybe they did glance upon us because we are a Stellaron. We're like a walking thermonuclear bomb. And he's like, I recognize your power to cause mayhem. This baseball bat does seem kind of supernatural. But at the very, very least, it's 3. And that would still probably be more than anyone else in the universe up to now. Yeah, okay, so that counts as, shit, who's the Eon of Destruction? Is it Nanook? It's Nanook. Maybe that counts as Nanook glancing upon us. Nanook, however you pronounce it. Yeah, and either way, I find it hard to believe there's anyone else in history who has ever existed who has had 3 to 4 eons look at them. Whiff off Jipe and Fury, yes. We have to be one of one. I find it hard to believe we're not. I still need to actually build Remembrance Trailblazer too, by the way. Apparently this guy is just absolutely cracked. But I'm so spoiled by using Imaginary Trailblazer on all of my break teams. We return triumphantly. Yeah, like, I don't have enough energy, man. Or not, like, physically I have enough energy, but I don't have enough Trailblaze power. And also I don't have any fucking money. I have 1,500 credits. I spent all of that shit. Hey, nice. Yeah, I just am, like, getting to a point where my Robin is decently built. And that's taken basically all of the Trailblaze power since I've gotten her to even get her, like, with even stuff on her at all. Building a new character up from scratch is pretty resource intensive. And I would have to build this fucker from scratch. I guess the only upside for this is that you don't have to level them. I would start out at 70. I still can't, like, look at your actual tree, can I? I don't think I can, like, look into individual characters on people's profiles and see their relics and stuff, unfortunately. You can do that on Zenless, but not Honkai. So yeah, I would save a little bit of money on books, but I would still have to get, like, an actual good light cone. Probably this one is okay. Level it to 70, at least. Farm a bunch of these fucking things. Get a new relic set. It's just too much. Word? Okay, let me see this. No, not message. 6,000 HP is pretty fatty, and 200% crit damage is also pretty fatty. Damn. Yeah, you already got all of her skills maxed out too, almost. I still use this Black Swan like at least 6 times a day, by the way. Yeah, I don't even know what this relic set is. I haven't farmed any of that shit. I'm Treeby. I'm Trian. And I forget the third one's name. I'm Treeby. That's right. That's pretty cute. They would be pretty easy to hunt into the sky like Team Rocket too. They're tiny little selves. I don't know if I would do that. They're too small and innocent, but... Oh wait, there's a bug. One little symph, just a tiny taste of this honeydew of knowledge, and I'll ace the final exam, since nobody's around. No, wait, are there any more final exams? I still have dreams about college exams that I'm about to miss. Or I'll wake up and be like, oh shit, I haven't attended this class in 6 months and the final is tomorrow and I'm gonna fail because I haven't done any of the assignments. And then I'll wake up and be like, wait, I haven't been to college in 5 years. Deepest passion in your heart. Somebody out here writing romance poetry to a statue? It's either that or I'll like dream about being late for work.
Could you kindly pluck a petal for me and place it into the pool?
Which I have overslept for and been late for work exactly one time in my entire professional career.
Now,
But I still have a dream where I'm like, ah shit, it's my 7th time doing this, I'm about to get fired.
Huh?
that being the oath of Nestia's priests.
The only time I've ever been late actually for work was my second day of working my first ever job. It started at 7 a.m. I was supposed to come into the grocery store and help like unload the truck and get all the pallets off and stuff. And I woke up at 9:30. I was supposed to be in there at 7. I showed up and nobody even knew that I was supposed to come in. So I just never said anything about it and nobody ever got mad at me and I didn't get fired. But since then I've managed to avoid doing that.
Right. Got it.
And also I got to dodge unloading a truck at 4 in the morning or 7 in the morning in like 40-degree weather.
Entwine my body with your golden thread and affection.
Mom, Mem lit up.
It's real. A mem lit up.
It's just an ancient promise between the Titan and humans.
I want to get makeup done like this.
So, what do you think? It really is the Golden Bough of Vows. And I did not set any traps for you, right?
That is...
The Bough of
indeed
Vows.
true.
You
If I was naming
look
this, I would
like a
simply make it not
sad,
rhyme.
lost puppy. Even if this is indeed a scheme to get you to lower your guard, you don't have any other choice but to play along,
That's
do you?
beating. I don't know if I like that.
Therefore, why don't we just put everything aside and work together? We can always determine who's right and who's wrong once we overcome this.
Yes. I agree.
Great. Then, let's ride the water wheel.
However, giving us half-truths is not the right attitude for cooperation.
Castrus, why do you just hate her so much?
Furthermore, according to the principle of equivalent exchange, since we have passed your so-called trial, isn't it time for you to make your intentions clear to us?
Castrus was like one of the most shady characters too when we first met her, and now she's like our bestie and out here interrogating people for us.
I really can't bear to look at your sad expressions. Although you only cleared a simple trial, I'm willing to make an exception and treat you with sincerity.
Thank you for your generosity.
I'll allow each of you to ask a question. But not the little bunny. So, ask away.
Is this like racism? Are we treating the little bunny as if they're not a member of the party?
Memmy, mem, 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 memmy, mem, mem.
I think you're right, actually.
Well, in that case, mister, please go ahead.
I will not rest until Mem has been recognized as a citizen of Amphorius with her own rights and privileges. We're going to get her her own social security number, a driver's license, and a tiny little car, a go-kart that she can drive around Amphorius in and run into people's shins.
As I've previously mentioned, I'm one of the 7 sages of the Grove of Epiphany. If you think that this answer is insufficient, then I'll add to it. I'm the leader of the 7 sages.
Hello, Your Majesty.
Well, it's your turn now, little goddess of death.
My question is, was your previous answer the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
So help me God.
There's no point in making this unnecessarily complicated.
That applies to you as well. However, we do not harbor any hostility. We merely want to avoid any potential harm to us.
She's thorough, at least, I guess.
Lady Calypso, if you want us to work together more effectively, I advise you to answer my question honestly.
This is some hot girl infighting we have going on here.
All right. I was completely truthful in my response just now. I have not deceived you, nor will I.
Castrus is like, how do I know you're not telling the truth by saying that you're not lying?
With all due respect, omitting facts can also be considered deceit.
Oh my god, why do we hate her so much?
Regardless, I still stand by my previous response.
I'm going by what I said previously. I trust her implicitly. She is too pretty to be evil. Hot evil women? That's simply not a thing that exists. Ignore like 400 pieces of media with hot evil women in
Then
them.
please lead the way. After all, facts speak for themselves. The truth will come to light once we arrive at the Luminary Throne.
All right, all right. I originally thought that you were just a beautiful flower planted in the mortal realm by the hand of shadow. But now, I see you have some prickly thorns, too.
Hold up, who would actually be a hot evil woman to use as an example? The chick from Resident Evil, what's her name? Lady Dimitrescu. She's not evil. She was objectively correct. Morticia Adams, not evil, objectively correct. If they're hot enough, I'm always going to be able to wash away their crimes and just say that they deserved a little treat.
I'll just consider that a compliment.
Indeed. I'm complimenting your charming naivete.
I don't think Calypso is like actually bad though. I think she's just teasing us a little bit.
All right, go ride the water wheel. I'll wait for you up there.
Fucking Carmilla from Castlevania.
Memmy, mem, mem, mem.
She's hot, so that's allowed. All the genociding and stuff. Oh, this looks like fun. It's not actually that fun. This thing moves at 1 mile per hour. Hey buddy, you asleep? Is he dead? I'm trying to like look at his eyes and see if there's a sparkle in them. I don't see anything. When characters are like actually dead with this animated style, you can kind of tell because their eyes go like this like monocolor kind of like matte like lifeless expression, and that's kind of sort of what this guy has. Although I can't get a good like camera angle on it. They made low angles impossible to get in this game now because people were doing too much upskirting. Let the people upskirt, goddammit.
Speaking of which, don't you also have a red-haired companion?
We have 3 of them.
Memmy mem. Memmy mem 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 mem.
Not too much. It's just that I seem to hear the sound of a bee buzzing around.
I'm collecting all the trash I see off the floor just for completionism's sake. I'm probably never even gonna read all this. Damn, Caster's just called you stupid. How will your career recover from this? Our senses alone can fulfill our souls, while cold reason only kills them, like a blade destroying pure, tender buds. When facing true beauty, any thoughts are but sacrilege. Thank you for your advice. What happened here? Old Titus, you must get moving. The courtyard of storage has been lost. You must leave now before it's too late. Huh, but you're planning to stand your ground as well, Anaxa. First, call me Anaxagoras. Second, what do you mean, as well? Do you mean you want to die here in the grove? Have you gone senile? Anaxa, I may not have mentioned this in my previous debates with you, but I vowed to dedicate my life to the grove long ago. I temporarily gave up on this ideal when I was young because I had a family. Fortunately, I had the opportunity to reignite my wisdom here in my old age. Now that the Black Tide has come to destroy it, I have nowhere left to go. Your logic makes no sense. I know your son is getting by pretty well in Nakama. What do you mean you have nowhere to go? Then tell me, Anaxagoras. You and I both know very well that legs like mine will only slow us down. How many unnecessary wounds did you suffer just escorting me to the library? The Black Tide descends with brutal ferocity. Even a great Chrysos heir like Kalinicus lost their life to it. I don't expect I would be able to leave. I simply wish to sit and read in the Grove Library one last time. You stubborn old fool. Have it your way. We were never able to decide a victor in our debates. Let's count this final one as your victory. Let us meet again in the Netherrealm, old Titus. Take care. Old Titus sounds like a real G. One Punch God the Aquila Scroll. This was the old days that I burned this on sight. Forbidden love, the tree and the butterfly. Damnations, which blasphemous fool put this here? Somebody slipping romance manga and like action books into the old fucking library of Alexandria. The little brat at home used to love this kind of stuff. I scared that out of him though. In my final moments, I'd like to just see what is so special about this brain-rotting nonsense. Scandalous, just scandalous. Oh, damn. He's finally discovering the joys of reading shoujo manga, like, now that he's 75 years old and about to get killed. Beasts of the Black Tide, I won't allow you to touch our collection. Truly a sign of a life well wasted. Reminds me of that meme where it's like, you are not able to fully enjoy living because you're too scared being worried about how others will perceive you. How do I turn off the memory mode? Okay, great, thanks. You weren't here last time, even. Alright, we're in a new spot, never mind. Oh, god damn. Hello, we're back.
Whoa! It's little Gray, little Cass, and the pink puppy!
I thought we agreed that we weren't going to call her that anymore. Mem trying not to explode in the
Lady
corner.
Trienne.
How adorable.
Are you all right? Were you hurt?
Apologies, needed a sip.
No, Trienne flew high up into the air so the monsters couldn't reach us.
All that matters is you're all right.
Oh, also, the spindle that Aggie gave us is so powerful that Trienne seems to have found Nax.
Who the fuck is
He's
next?
near the treetop. Even though our perception of him is very weak, it's not like the White Dryads from before. But since Trian was alone and afraid that it might be dangerous, we did not fly there to take a look.
Good job.
It seems like Lady Trian did not forget our promise. Anaxa is indeed still alive, and he's at the Luminary Throne right now.
I wonder if her
Seems
ears are
Lady
like,
Calypso did not lie regarding this.
if they move like mine do. Elf ears should be able to flop.
Huh? Calypso? Who's that?
The head of the love business.
Oh, so you found a survivor! But the golden thread doesn't seem to be able to sense the person you're talking about.
Yes, that's easy. It's because she's a ghost.
Coming and going without a trace. She's such a strange person.
Castor still just hates her immediately.
Actually, Trian also found this. Could this be related to the person you're talking about?
This fucking random piece of a shirt that I ripped off of this dead person.
This is a piece of burnt cloth.
Thank you, Treeby.
Yup. Trian found it on a branch not long ago. Trian even used the golden thread to search around and found the...
Oh, she also has elf ears, doesn't she,
It has a
actually?
similar aura.
Could be.
Trian doesn't think so. Because when Trian picked it up, we didn't see anything at all. And judging by the golden thread, the aura seems to be all around.
Lady Trian, where is the aura gathered at right now?
I'm so brain rotted that every time I see like aura in like its natural context, I just sit here and think about like people making aura comparisons of protagonists in anime or like talking about aura farming. Every time I see the word aura now, I just think of Piccolo.
Seems to be... Oh! A little higher and a little ahead of us.
The Dome of Devotion. Calypso, just what are you hiding?
You guys chill? Wow, they're actually chill. Wonder if he's chill. Oh. I was expecting this to be a quick and simple little escapade, but I guess not. Oh, there's a hand of Zagreus up here. Yeet. This motherfucker.
Till I will protect all beauty.
Curiosity.
For that you will die.
Nothing but a boy. Expand your thinking. What a crone.
No dirty
Oh. I hope we're an fascinate all together.
Beauty is eternal.
Sure, I'll play along.
Dude, this comp sucks. I remember now why I had fucking
Bust. Or
the
maybe
Joy
I'll
U
take
team
it
mainly
all.
out here.
Watch your head.
Embrace
This one does not do anything against the enemies in this
May
region.
song bring us victory. Never open sesame. May you find peace in song.
No. Okay, I was about to say I just can't even take this thing. Welcome back, you little shitter. Indeed, as I said, the tricks are under the Titan's nose. However, tricks must involve surprise attacks. Basic attack A.
Night. Stars echo.
till I see. I will protect all.
I'm so glad I have Robin and I can just hear this song every fight now.
Wretched and fleeting.
Life is good.
Hedge your bets.
Expand your thinking. Curiosity. Endless riddle.
Truly the greatest buff that you can receive on your account. Not even for the
Open
stats,
sesame.
just for the overall vibes. Now, the only complaint I have is that I wish it would stay after the fight ends and I can just hear it passively while I'm walking around the map. Tricks to go outside the game would be a problem. Ultimate meaning lies within the game. Only the game can make its meaning point back to itself. That's profound of him. The trickery titan is the titan, right? If all they're doing is talking nonsense, then how do they maintain their dignity? Treasure and devote yourself to your own game. See, if Zagreus was a true follower of Aha, he would be much more chaotic than this. This leads me to believe that they actually aren't like direct descendants or offshoots of the eons, the classical eons that exist.
No matter where I am in the future, I will definitely still hear your singing.
Will you now? Thanks. I can still use Robin everywhere though, and that's pretty nice. Not a single team comp that she was bad on. Except for, like, Breakfly, unfortunately. Which is a shame, because I think that would be cool to run. I'm only, like, just now kind of getting to the point where I understand, like, when you should and shouldn't insert certain, like, characters together.
The golden thread is vibrating more and more violently.
Robin and
Everyone,
like
let's be even more cautious.
Aventurine are mostly for like crit damage buffers. Gallagher is like always break damage preferable. Asta you can use pretty much anywhere. Lots of really minor things that add up to like actually making a cohesive team comp and will make the difference once you get to actual endgame content, which I can't say that I'm like end game. I'm only like 2/3 of the way done through all of the endgame content, as you can see. Still not even sure what the fuck I'm supposed to buy with these feathers. Whatever, I'm not thinking about it too hard. Oh, there was a chest over there, but there wasn't.
There's no one... Hold on. The butterfly of divine mind is gone?
I don't even remember that he was ever here to begin with. I don't know who that is. Love spoke to me. I am the untamed wind, arriving unbidden to embrace your flame. Gently entwining, I stoke your fire to brilliance, then let it slowly die down. Why did that sound vaguely sexual? Again, maybe I'm just rain
That
rotted.
can't be. Was it for fending off the black tide? Or perhaps...
What exactly is this butterfly of divine mind? Is it a very powerful guardian monster?
Can't be that strong.
No. How should I put it? It's considered a safeguard for the Titan's core flame. This butterfly is created from Nestia's remaining divine mind and bears the responsibility of guarding the core flame.
Yeah, well, he let it get taken, so really he kind of sucks.
Legend has it that someone can only pass the trial of the butterfly by proving they possess pure and unselfish love within their heart. Only then can they awaken the great tree to open up the path to meet Circe's.
Wasn't Circe's the name of like one of the like frivolous, playful, unserious gods in actual Greek or Roman lore? I googled Circe's and the very first thing that came up with honkai. Is this not like an actual god that exists? Circe? No, it's Ceres, I see. Ceres was the Roman goddess of agriculture, fertility, and motherhood. So not only did I have the name wrong, but I was entirely wrong about the nature of this god. This is actually a pretty serious, like, protector god. And if that is supposed to be the analogous god for Circe's, then their themes kind of fit together pretty well.
How are we going to prove it?
What's on the Titan? I love you work? Honestly, it might. She seems pretty pure of heart.
Sorry, but even I don't know how. After all, this is a secret among secrets that only a select few in the entire grove, and even Amphorius know.
I don't think I'm pure enough of heart to be able to pull this one off.
Rather than worry about this, Lady Trian, did the golden thread react to anything around here?
No. That unknown thing seems to be even farther ahead and higher up.
Only one way to find out.
Perhaps we can try again. Let's see if the butterfly will still react to the golden bough of vows despite having dissipated.
I still think it's kind of goofy this thing is named the Bow of
If
Vows.
it's indeed the token mentioned in the legends, there should be a reaction.
Here you go. Shit. Chew on the pedal with a highly provocative expression. Understanding the common nature of human society, you believe that the drive to compete is an innate instinct of all living beings. Surely the butterfly is no exception. That vying for shared prey should awaken this primal urge deeply embedded in its genes. Is it working? It seems to have declined your challenge for a duel. I thought provocative meant I was trying to seduce it.
Let me give it a try. Oh, Nestia. With the weft as my vow, I beseech you, entwine my body with your golden thread and affection.
She sounds too hesitant. She sounds like she's reading off like a cue card. The god is not going to go for it. You gotta say it with your heart and soul. Oh, Nestia!
Lady Trian, and even Mem? Where have they disappeared to?
They rolled down this hill.
Little Gray, little Cass, look over here, quick! Mummy, he's about to burst into flames!
What?
The voice seems to be coming from the Star Chase atrium.
Memi, you're gonna have to wait like 1 second while I fix this pillar. It's bugging me. Hopefully you're not fully engulfed by the time I get down there. Damn, how did they go so fucking far? Without us even noticing.
Little Gray, little Cass, it's bad. It's very bad. I'm fine.
How did you even get down there? Why did you wander off? This is like when your 3-year-old lets go of your hand at the grocery store and just like walks into oncoming traffic. Jumps in front of a moving buggy. They're gonna eat her. I guess she probably would be a pretty good source of protein. We're right there.
Trian, what exactly happened just now?
One of the options was, let's get out of here.
Trian and Memi were looking around to see if there were any mechanisms nearby. Just as they went to take a closer look at that big piece of amber, they were surrounded.
Surely if I have the ability to summon her, I can just like unsummon her. Can I put her just back in the Pokeball?
I see. Let's get a move on. The orbs belonging to Ornyx's priests should be nearby. Hopefully they'll be of some use.
Maybe she's like my Pikachu and I'm diametrically opposed to putting her back in the Pokeball. I refuse to do it on ethical grounds. She should explore the universe with me as my equal. Before I'm cooked. Oh. Well, hopefully Nem is okay with like waiting a little second while my dumbass figures this puzzle out. Oh, is she gonna drown? Bloop, bloop, bloop. I guess she maybe doesn't need air. What if I'm just like doing this mission and then suddenly the like drowning music from the Sonic adventure games comes on and just dun 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 dun. That shit used to send me into the biggest panic ever as a like 10-year-old. Oh hell yeah, serious mode. Much comfort. Why is she speaking like the Doge? Why did I do that? I might need that up here. Okay, nice. It came back on its own volition. There's nothing else to be done here, so let's just leave. Oh, hey, dude.
I hope for an end to harmony and unison. I could take 10 of you.
Probably I could, like...
Nice job.
Wait, why do I have
For another beating.
her and Najwi? Holy shit, that took me back so far. I shouldn't have done that. And I think I am still going to take Aventurine just because he makes the fight so much more lazy. Yeah, we know. We've already done all this before. Damn, if I knew it was gonna undo this much time, I simply would have not done that.
It's connected! Let's hurry! Memmy is already bouncing around due to the heat!
Then again, maybe I did actually save myself because it made me do the puzzle the right way. God damn it. Let me down. Ooh, free loot. Ooh, puzzle. Ooh, dead guy.
May song bring us victory. Resonate all together.
Here you go, Master!
Also, they do actually have, imaginary weakness, so probably taking Aventurine is fine.
Do you admit this crime?
I hit the mark.
Why does it sound so loud?
Shine!
No one missed the Marstruck. Listen to the final song, harmony and unison. It's time.
They're so tanky.
By the order of the 10, execute the Marstruck!
Oh, I get it! Now watch this! Time to show you what I can... Azure Dragon, White Tiger...
Please decease.
Watch this!
Thank you.
May you find peace.
Sometimes they
in
listen.
song.
Easy peasy. The fuck is this? How the fuck did I interfere? Fuck you. I guess I was standing on it. My bad. Am I like able to go down? I could have just jumped. I feel like this is not that high.
I'm starting to smell something delicious.
Is this fucking heart actually cooking her?
Mem, 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 mem. Mem, mem.
You're fine. You're made of Memoria. How can you even get cooked?
Mem, 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 mem.
Fiery and fatal allure. That's how I would describe Mem 2 for sure.
Just bust,
This is the main guy.
or maybe I'll take it off. Watch your head.
You go, Master. Do you admit this crime?
Sure, I'll play along.
You can't hurt me.
No dirty tricks, alright.
Whoa.
No amnesty for the Marstruck.
It's such a morale boost, I swear. Hey, fuck you.
By the order of the execute the Marstruck. Watch this.
Hedge your bets.
Time to show you Azure.
It's kind of a waste, whatever.
Less cards. Watch this.
That's supposed to be a challenge. Yeah, fuck you, you're welcome. Easy. I'm just so-so, only third best, you know? Has can do best. Honestly, I approve of that. I have no
I'm
complaints.
glad that everyone is all right. Speaking of which, this piece of amber is...
A remnant of Nestia's core flame. To get to the throne at the treetop.
Oh, is that big heart
gather
actually the core flame?
embers before you with the golden bough of vows, and present it to the divine butterfly.
Whoa, where did you come from?
You finally appeared, Lady Calypso.
She just felt like it.
Yes, it's been some time. The battle just now was a true delight, and I feel quite elated. It seems like I'll really be able to rely on all of you to reclaim my true form.
Lady Trian, how does the golden thread react to her?
Huh. There's no reaction at all.
Obviously. After all, the fragment that you picked up just now is completely unrelated.
I still thought that it was supposed to be able to detect literally anything. It lied on the packaging.
All right. Just do as I say. If you're able to pass the trial, I will tell you everything truthfully.
Another
And she's
trial.
gone.
But we have to go to the treetop to find Nax anyway, right?
I've got a hunch. Come, let's collect the embers and go confront her.
Cassius just wants to fight her. Cassius just wants to, like, sock her in the jaw. Just her... Calypso's very presence offends her. Dude, I'm gonna be so excited when I hit Trailblaze level 70. It's not like really a huge deal at all, but... And probably they'll, like, up the limit as soon as the next region comes out. Oh nice, I can get back easily. I'll save that for when I'm done, probably. Wait, no, is this the start? It is the start. Wait, why did I leave? How do I get back down there? Probably like this, I assume. I'm also still getting used to throwing birds at people.
The According to Calypso, we just have to gather the embers before us with the golden bough of vows.
The bow wows. Flames spill from her petals. Curiously, the fire does not consume the entire flower. Only faint sparks gather at the tips.
How incredible.
Sounds easy enough. What? No, don't undo that. I need you. Okay, now grow. Thank you. It's cool being able to just stop it and then continue it. Why did I do that? I see the break button and I have to break it. But then I see the fix button and I have to fix it.
It seems like you managed to gather the embers. In that case, just offer it to the divine butterfly.
It'll be fine. Let's just do as she says.
We're gonna give this thing up and it's immediately just gonna explode.
It's a success! Path has appeared.
That was only like 1 of 5 there,
All
right?
of you have indeed passed the trial.
The sound of a butterfly's wings.
That is not what that sounded like.
I'll be back shortly. Of course, our promise still stands. But now, it's time for me to sacrifice myself.
Huh? What? Don't go.
If the West Wind ever ends, let that be the place where we reunite. Farewell, my love.
What? What's happening? Why is she dying?
So, this is...
It's nothing much. Thank you so much for your help. Now, it's time for me to fulfill my part.
I'm gonna need some context here.
Well, in that case, I can start. You're actually Cersei's, right?
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Oh my. The children of humanity have passed the final trial at last. I was wondering when you were planning to expose me. How did you know?
The riddle-like trials. Your distrustful yet sincere character, referring to Nestia as your love, and the head of the Litophagus is actually called Medea and not Calypso.
Since you knew from the start that I was not who I said I was, why did you wait until now to expose me?
I thought we were just letting her do her thing.
Because I did not believe that Cersei's would walk this world in a human form. I was also afraid that the Titans were under the control of the Black Tide and would do us harm. Also, to make a claim, one must have evidence. This is the precious knowledge that I acquired during my time at the Grove.
So we're hanging out with a god this entire time.
Excellent. To think we were able to gain a new chance at life in the midst of death. Fate truly is a mysterious thing.
Well, shouldn't you also tell us why you went through all the trouble of setting up these riddles?
I don't know, I felt like it.
Oh, the reason's quite simple. I needed your help, and just like how you were wary of me, I had to ensure that you were not villains who were trying to get their hands on the core flame. I also had to ascertain that you were capable of dealing with the threat at hand.
Is this threat related to the Black Tide?
Indeed. And it's even more
Now I wonder if
lost
Casters
item
feels
from
like a
before.
dummy for being so distrustful.
Its owner is a
Although I guess she did
private
kind of prove her point because she
paranoid
was indeed
hunter
lying the entire time.
who seems to have been reborn from the Black Tide and is attacking along with it. As I could not do anything about him, I split my body up and escaped to avoid harm. I bided my time for a chance to seek assistance. Unfortunately, this was not a sustainable long-term plan.
What you mean is that you hid your own core flame?
I mean, logical.
Indeed. I split it into 3. I hid one within the golden bough of vows, and sealed another in the amber, along with Nestia's remaining embers. As for the last one, it's currently in Anaxa's body, which is in dire need of repair.
So that will explain how he, like, resurrects and becomes playable later, is he's basically, like, part god himself.
What? Do you mean that you're using such a method?
After all, the scholars of the Grove have always been willing to lay down their lives to defend my core flame. As a respected god, it would be too embarrassing if I were to do nothing and simply watch the children of humanity give up their lives.
Isn't the purpose of a god is that your life is supposed to be more valuable than theirs?
Especially that heretic named Anaxa. He did not even hesitate to tear his soul apart and use it to perform a miracle. He trapped all the creations of the Black Tide within the Grove, so that they would not be able to harm others.
Alright, Anaxa. I was kind of judging him a little bit harshly, but he might be a real G too.
His way of thinking was so out of the ordinary that I felt it would be a waste for him to meet his demise in the Black Tide. And so, I decided to save his life.
That's nice of you.
Of course, this also meant that I was able to conceal myself and remain hidden. Well, that's also an equivalent exchange, right?
Mem, 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 mem.
Yes.
What a smart little bunny. This way, I'll be able to regain my true form, and you will be able to bring the core flame and your teacher back to Akama. We'll also take down the black-robed swordmaster at the throne, together in one go.
Hell yeah, I need to kill some shit.
Circes, aren't you the reason Titan?
Even if I do not have the authority of strife, I'm still a god. I just need you to buy me some time against the warrior's blade. Once the core flame is reformed, I'll be able to show my hand.
I hope she gets a sick-ass transformation sequence. Buying time is my specialty. Actually, yes.
Excellent. Then just continue climbing to reach my throne. Turn the golden bough of vows into firewood to reignite the core flame of reason.
Alright. Butterfly adores flower. Isn't that the name of whatever mission I need to do to get the Awu farm? Passage revealed the past once more. Never mind. It's not. One strike. That's all it took. What kind of monster is that black-clad swordsman? It vanished. Without you, Articama, our defenses crumble. We can't hold. Run. Sidehane. Save yourself. Oh, it's also a girl down here. No! I'm not leaving without you. This won't be our end. No. Listen to me. Just go. Don't talk like that. Wait, this is Sidehane. You're a Chrysos heir, remember? I've spent my whole life chasing your shadow, looking up to your golden blood. Don't you dare give up now. Here, try grabbing onto my shoulder. Sidehane. Behind you. No. When did they... The others... You never listen. Just like when we were kids. I guess we're both troublemakers, sis. Dad never caught a break with either of us, did he? Remember how you used to drag me into your schemes? Sister? Doesn't matter anymore, sis. We'll all end in the same way. Dad would be proud of us. Monsters of the Black Tide? You want to harm Articama? Why don't you just try it? Do some kind of weapon. Oh. What a sad and also noble end.
I'll leave it to you, children of humanity. May you be blessed with good fortune.
We gotta get her out.
It seems like a fierce battle will be inevitable.
I've been through fiercer battles than this. I made it tough stuff.
Everyone.
What is this symbol?
Ahead lies the Luminary Throne, and also the battlefield that we're about to step onto.
Ma'am. Mammy, ma'am.
Can you feel it? Can you feel the love?
What's wrong?
Mammy, ma'am.
Death.
Mammy, ma'am. Mammy, ma'am.
Is this Professor Anaxa?
What have you been up to, Anaxa?
My eyes can no longer see.
You really gave up a lot.
No matter. All I have to do is to place this body at the core of the array. For the sake of Emporius. Die with me, Titan.
Who is this dripped out individual out there with that sword? Why is he just hanging out, not doing anything?
Cersei's was right. He's indeed here.
He still looks in pretty much one piece to me.
Who is this black-robed guy?
Mammy, ma'am. Mammy, ma'am.
Memoria creature?
Mammy, ma'am. Ma'am. Mammy, ma'am.
And B ma'am.
Everyone, brace yourself. This must be the hunter reborn from the black tide that Cersei's was talking about. The black sword and cloak. The owner of the piece of
Still got sword and cloak though.
the north wind that sent over the deathly fog of Thanatos.
You're not demigods. Stand down or die.
Run! Ma'am.
I got it. Casterus is here too.
Trian will also protect everyone. Trian is brave.
Trian literally is a demigod. Why was this guy saying you're not demigods? There's no way we can't take this guy with the four of us here.
Mister, only this time, may death protect us. Be careful.
One slash.
Oh shit.
2 slashes. 3 slashes. Are enough.
He is also a tough guy though.
Who exactly are you?
Dangerous thoughts. The harmony will soon play in unison.
Watch your head.
Does a lot of damage.
I could take 10 of you.
Ooh, also he like prevents everybody from healing.
Here you go, Master.
Actually going to save a skill point here, just use that because he popped my shields immediately.
Cersei's was right.
Take it off.
Pressing it all together.
Into my light.
Stars echo.
No more times.
Okay, so the song doesn't actually play during serious mode. It has serious mode like Undertale does.
Need a shot. Time to show you what Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less cards, what's dead.
Hell yeah, March. Fuck him up.
Watch your head.
Offer your souls to the fire.
Not good.
Be reduced to
Ow, bro, what the fuck?
In that case.
He's a multi-weapon user.
Can't be killed in a single blow.
Alright, Anaxa.
You are indeed no ordinary human.
Anaxa's in the party now.
How annoying. Since the ambush failed, it'll be difficult to find another opportunity.
Who's saying that?
What a pity.
Professor.
Also, that shit interrupted my Robin ult. Fuck you.
It's Cersei's.
Is it Cersei's? Is that what's happening here?
To show you Azure Dragon, White Tiger, list card, what's this?
No one missed the Marstruck.
It's on me. The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
this world. Return to the victory.
Watch your head.
One attack does a pretty good bit of damage, but
Doors echo.
Adventuring is just too broken.
No more time.
Hedge your bets. Huh?
Return to the victory.
Everyone, watch each other's back.
I need to like pre-shield before he does that move. That shit just one-shots me really hard.
Marstruck.
Time to show you what Azure Dragon, White Tiger, list card, what's this?
No one missed the Marstruck.
Spend freely.
My poor Robin's gonna bleed out.
Still together.
Watch your head.
She has the permanent health reduction now.
I'm about to be overwhelmed. Fighting is so much more tiring than thinking.
Ready to shine.
I'm just gonna keep the shields up to max.
Return to the victory.
Watch your head.
I hope for an end to strife in the world.
We will play it as safe as humanly possible.
Right. Doors echo. No more
By
time.
the order of the Ten, we'll execute the Marstruck.
Time to show you what Azure Dragon, White Tiger, list card, what's this?
Wait, is that not?
The dice have been bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
Motherfucker, I didn't do this the entire time.
No one missed the Marstruck.
Watch your head.
Oh, I can.
Sure, I'll play along.
Ready to shine.
That was
Tough. I'm truly exhausted.
Please, bro, you don't have that much health left. Please just die. Okay, nice. We're supposed to lose.
This is bad.
Century Gate, open!
Poor Truby is gonna be exhausted after this, though. She wasn't supposed to do that, but then again, she may have had to.
Phew. That was a close call. Thank goodness that we returned to
Now we have to just go about our day knowing that that motherfucker is still out there, though.
Little Cass.
Somebody get this poor girl a hot bath and a comfy bed.
Sorry. I know you told me not to open the gate.
Please don't blame yourself, Lady Trianne. If it weren't for you, we would have already met our end at the Grove.
I would have beat that guy. You fucking saw it. His health was at 1%.
I feel awful. I need to go back to get some rest.
Lady Trianne.
Losing in the
you
cutscene.
haven't
Bullshit.
been well since you woke up. Are you sure you can make it back on your own?
All this noise and commotion. Akuma hasn't changed a bit, has it?
I like this pin. I guess it's a pin.
Are you Professor Anaxa?
An Exagris.
There's no need for doubt. The Titan no longer speaks. It is I, an Exagris of the New Sporists.
Indeed. You are the only one who would refer to yourself like that. Professor, let me be frank. The mission Lady Aglaya entrusted us is to search for survivors, uncover the truth about the disaster at the Grove, and retrieve the core flame of Circe's.
Well, 1 of 3 done.
That does not surprise me. And now, I'm a survivor who witnessed the entirety of the disaster, as well as the defenseless bearer of a core flame.
Honestly though, like, I know that the core flames have to live in a human soul anyways after we take them from the gods. It seems pretty comfortable here. Let this guy keep the core flame. Fuck it. Who cares?
Are you going to bring me to Aglaya to fulfill your duty?
And it also seems like him and Cersei's liked hanging out anyways. They were teaming up together just now. Pretty well.
That is indeed my duty. But I prefer not to present you to her as a captive or spoil of battle.
Fine. There's no need to make your life difficult. I'm not against meeting that woman. But I have some things to take care of first. The families of some of my fellow Grove Scholars live in the Holy City. Before we meet Aglaya, I want to visit them.
That's quite noble, and I'm sure Aglaya will have no problem with that too, because she's definitely already aware that you're here and is watching your every move, so...
Because Lady Aglaya will probably be against it.
Let me guess. That woman will not only prevent me from visiting the families of the deceased, but will also suppress any information about the Grove. She's always been that cold-hearted.
That does seem kind of excessive.
My fellows at the Grove gave their lives defending the core flame and fighting the Black Tide alongside me. Their families deserve to know the truth.
You intend to do it without her knowledge.
Do you really think that woman would treat me well, even if I behaved and proved my loyalty? I wouldn't mind seeing a bit more anger on her face.
Honestly, I'm okay with this guy. I feel like we need an intellectual, like, counterpart to Aglaya. We need somebody to challenge her on her bullshit. We need somebody to keep her on her toes.
Are you going to stop me, Castoris?
There's not really anyone else in Nakama who's, like, on her level, who is, like, not even slightly opposed to her.
I will accompany you, but please understand that Lady Aglaya has her own considerations.
You truly have the makings of a fine scholar. Putting yourself in other people's shoes like that. Let's go. I won't go overboard.
So, after all these years, you and Lady Aglaya are still...
Limitations bring
Neither
not
of-
empty tears. Ooh, I got 150 jades. You know what that means. Time for Treeby. That's not Treeby.
Fuss is narrow-minded.
But it
You
is
should
worth
know
a
the
shot.
root cause of our conflict.
Hello. And you are?
Hello. If I'm not mistaken, you are Kalinicus's wife.
Now, I thought Kalinicus was like 70. How does he have a, like, hot young wife?
Yes. Oh, are you a messenger?
Oh,
No wonder
Lord, this is
I
gonna
haven't heard
suck.
any news for so long. There's been a change in personnel, hasn't there?
All of these are gonna suck.
Ma'am, Kalinicus passed away a few days ago, defending the Grove against the Black Tide.
So, did he manage to defend the Grove?
Huh?
This is the first thing you asked.
He managed to protect Cersei's core flame.
And now lives in
The
me.
cost of his life.
I see. I'll select some of his possessions and pick a nice resting place for
So
him.
are they all like aware that their main job is to protect the core flame, and even the families are just going to be okay with this?
Please let us know if you need any help, ma'am.
I come from Kremnos. Death and sacrifice are things I've learned to face with composure. You know, Kalinicus, even though he was a scholar, he'd always ask me to teach him how to fight whenever he came back. Isn't it funny that a Chrysos heir like him wants to learn from an ordinary person like me?
I thought the Chrysos Heirs was like a combat group. Why was he asking you how to fight?
I've been prepared for this for a long time. In times like these, any ordinary goodbye might just turn out to be a final farewell.
I'm really sorry.
There's nothing to be sorry for. I was once a warrior, and I'll find my way back to the battlefield someday.
I was just gonna go and kill herself.
With the coming coronation of the new king of Kremnos, I'll take up my lance against the creatures of the Black Tide.
Oh god.
And seek vengeance for my husband.
Mighty is gonna draft her into the front lines. Hey guys, what are y'all doing? You did come creeping in here after all, Mighty. I don't know about anywhere else, but that conspicuous body of yours is bound to be noticed in Marmorial Palace. Is there something I can do for you? Nothing in particular. I feared you wouldn't be preparing to bathe with that immortal body of yours. You're here, and that's all that matters. It is strange, though, now that I say it. I thought that the Black Tide would have no effect on you. Oh. He's not at all interested in this conversation. It seems that the power comes from the gods after all. If even they themselves are at its mercy, it is only natural that they are unable to protect you. Yes. So, the Black Tide your only weakness? No. I see you're trying to get rid of me. I'll change the topic. There is something I actually wish to ask you. There are few in the city that can match me in battle, and chances to battle non-humans are few and far between in my travels. Because of this, it has been hard for me to observe the weaknesses in my swordsmanship, until I met you. When I crossed swords with you before, I lacked endurance, and your powerful blows nearly knocked my blade from my hands. Or for my slightly superior technique, I fear you would have defeated me. Technique? You mean your laughable little tricks? Huh. I know how to relate to you now. As we have fought before, how about we share some of our insights? Huh? We've battled for all this time, yet I have never seen you fatigued. How do you train? Would you consider teaching me? I fear you will be disappointed, hero. This is not due to my training. I am simply more capable of enduring pain and suffering than you are. Fucking edgy. Uh-oh, is this somebody's like dad? That's gonna suck.
Oh, hello, young ones. Is there anything I can help you with?
Are you the father of Kenani and
Oh god.
Artakama?
Inani.
Ah, yes. Did my daughters cause trouble at school?
Why do we have to look at, why do we have to do this?
Alas, forgive this old brain of mine. Both of my daughters graduated long ago. And
Well, maybe he'll
are
forget
now
then, after we
scholars
tell
at
him.
The Grove. As I get older, memories from years past tend to blend together. What's the matter, young one? Why so quiet? Did my daughters really get into some trouble? If they refuse to apologize, just let me know. Their old dad can still
Old
talk
Fabio.
some sense.
Do we even have to tell this guy the truth, man?
What should we do? I really can't tell him.
Don't ask me, I'm getting all teary-eyed as well.
Fabio. The Black Tide took Kenani and Artakama.
What?
They fought until their last breath against the Black Tide.
Anaxa, no hesitation. I actually kind of respect this.
As the Chrysos heir stationed at the Grove, I failed to protect them. Mr. Fabio, if you're upset.
If. What do you mean if?
Don't put it that way. Even if my Artakama wasn't one of the Chrysos heirs mentioned in the prophecy, she was still a heroine.
Damn, dude. Losing both of your daughters at the
Wasn't
same
she?
exact time. I'm assuming you didn't have any other kids. Dude, I don't know, man. That's so sad. This guy's entire life is just fucking ruined now.
What's wrong? I'm busy. There's a lot going on in the city, and I've got my hands full.
Mister, we're sorry to bother you, but...
No, wait, Lady Castors, did Lady Aglaia send you because of some mistake I made at work?
Keep your cool, Titus. I'm Anaxagoras from the Grove of Epiphany, and a colleague of your father, Old Titus.
Young Titus and old Titus.
A few days ago, your father passed away.
Wait, what? My old man died? That's no shocker. At his age, he was due for the River of Souls any time.
He's taking it a little bit better, but granted it's your dad, so of course that's going to be easier.
Just up and left me behind. That old man. I've been telling him for ages to stay in the Holy City and enjoy his retirement. But no, he just had to go off to that grove and mess around with those scholars.
He doesn't actually like sound like he's crying
Still
though.
wouldn't budge after all those arguments. That stubborn old thing.
He is a little bit.
I already got him a retirement home and was waiting for him to come around. All my effort is wasted now, and he didn't even give me a chance to say goodbye. That bull-headed old man, stubborn as a mule.
He's just expressing it in a different way.
That is it. That's all the colleagues' families that I remember.
Dude, that old guy who we had to let him know his daughters died, that actually just ruined my entire fucking evening. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to recover from that.
Good work, Mister. And Professor Anaxa.
Let's go. Take me to see Aglaia.
All right. I'll lead the way.
We'll keep going though, we'll power through it.
Please, careful, not the spirit thief.
What? Oh, that was a pool, but it's not.
Be in awe of Julius.
I want to live somewhere where there's just like fruit and meat just sitting out on tables in public that you can just... Actually, maybe not, now that I say it out loud, because if it's in public, anyone can just get their nasty hands all over it. The amount of germs on these tables. Make a public toilet look like a... I don't know. I actually don't know a clean thing. Let me back up. I should have just teleported. I still wish I could kill myself while walking under this thing. The game is protecting me from myself too much.
Miss Castoris, my lord, you're back.
My lord. I don't know if I like that.
Hello. We have an important matter to discuss with Lady Aglaia. May we trouble you to inform her of our presence?
My apologies, Miss Castoris. Lady Aglaia has just informed me that she has no time to receive anyone at the moment.
That's just great. She refuses to even see me. Answer me this, friend. Did Aglaia order you to take me directly to prison?
Who are you?
Please don't jest. It's possible that she really is busy. Let's wait here a moment, and I'll try to contact her using the slate.
Now, this guy thought he was really important. He was like, "Oh, what? Did you tell me to go to jail?" And then the guard's like, "I've never heard of you before in my entire life." For thy most diligent effort, we harbor the deepest gratitude. Holy City presently faces such sundry complications and manifold duties command our attention, precluding us from extending proper welcome. Following the arduous voyage, rest must be prioritized. Why is she texting like this? Are you writing literature? The garment maker wrote it. He had her fucking secretary write that shit.
It's fortunate we don't have to confront that woman while I'm hauling around this sick body. Castorus, and this friend I haven't gotten the chance to know, I'll take my leave for today.
See ya, Nexa. I actually like you quite a bit.
A myriad of adjustments on their own. My head still aches from that. I don't want to stay a second longer in this noisy city if I can.
Please be careful. Akuma isn't the Grove. This place
is covered by her golden threads. I know. That woman is extremely confident I won't escape her grasp.
I want to see him slip out away from her.
Don't worry. As I said before, I'll mind my behavior.
Where is he going to go that's not
Mister,
noisy
so
in
many
the city, though?
unexpected things happened on our journey to the Grove. We truly had no intention of putting you in danger, let alone face the Black Tide head-on.
That's okay. I'm used to these things. Trouble is my old friend by now.
The Black Tide is not just an enemy of Akuma, but all of Amphorius. Even back when the forces of strife coveted the Holy City, their warriors still undeniably halted the Black Tide outside Castrum Krymnos. Negador's core flame now sits vacant, and the Black Tide has returned. The Grove is an academic city with the best understanding of the Black Tide. It shouldn't have fallen so easily, and yet it was taken overnight, leaving the city in blood and tears, haunted by the spirits of departed heroes.
Maybe it's grown a little bit since the strife wasn't there to keep that shit in check.
The trial of strife is imminent. I pray Mighty will be able to steal his resolve soon.
That black rib sword. Yeah, who even the fuck was that?
Lady Truby once traveled across thousands of cities in Amphorius to repel the Black Tide. But even they have no
Thousands? How many cities are there on
Amphorius? In all their journeys. Perhaps the fall of strife has triggered even more terrifying events in unseen places. As for me, I detected a strong stench of death from that entity. But it wasn't because it had a connection with Thanatos. I'm afraid it's purely because it has sent countless others to their deaths.
He smells like he has blood on him. What an astute observation.
Speaking of Thanatos, Mister, there is something else I wish to...
I don't know if I like that she calls me Mister. That feels too formal.
You must have an idea of the curse I bear by now. I was born as the shadow of death. A poison shunned by all living beings. Yet
you're still
when you
cute, it's
caught me
fine.
In the Grove.
You blushing?
I'm curious why you weren't affected by my power, Mister.
I'm just special like that. I'd totally forgotten about this. No, I don't want to say I forgot about it, because it is important that I caught her, because it means we were close. I think the same happened in the Vort, did it?
Apologies for the abrupt question. For all my life, I've always wondered, what is my connection to death? And why am I inextricably linked to Thanatos? Mister, you must be tired after being on the move these past few days. Please set aside the tragedy at the Grove for now, and rest for the day.
She's going to fall in love with me because I'm the only creature that can withstand her immediate proximity. And I, for one, have no problem with this. Even though it probably will not be the healthiest relationship because she has not been able to get close to anybody ever. What's that? That was a manga I read one time, and I think it ended up getting an anime. It was like the Duke of Death and his Black Maid. But the dude is cursed, so like any living thing he touches dies. So he like has a romantic relationship with his maid, but they're not allowed to. They can't touch each other ever. So they act really cute instead with like things that they do for each other and like gifts and like teasing and things like that. It's so sweet. It's a very nice manga. Maybe the anime is good too. I just haven't seen it. But that's who Casters is going to be, is the Duke of Death, and I will become the Black Maid. I'm gonna save like 30 steps on my
I'd love to go in and take a look.
my journey and do a little bit of this. Hey dude, what you thinking about? Long time no see. I've heard about what happened from Finon. Been through a lot. Still in service to Trailblaze. Wasn't expecting Amphorius to temper the will of the Nameless. What were you doing? I was organizing logs. I also asked Hyacinth for some research material from the Grove. I discovered something interesting. You remember that Amphorius' sky was sealed away by a Titan? Aquila's presence keeps the world isolated from the rest of the world beyond the sky. It seems Hyacinth's ancestors were the Sky Priests who worshipped Aquila. Perhaps she can give us more clues to find a way back to the Astral Express. Nothing out of the ordinary happened in the Holy City in the past few days. I didn't have to talk to anyone either. It was kind of nice spending time alone. Your good times are coming to an end. After what happened at the Grove, there's sure to be unrest in the coming days. You should rest for now. You look tired. You should get some sleep before we set off tomorrow. Oh, by the way, I heard some rumors. If you're going to wander around, I'd suggest avoiding the hot bath. What does that mean? Somebody took a giant shit in the hot bath. There's a floater in the
What's
pool.
wrong? Is there trouble at the Grove?
Yes, I sensed something. It was fleeting, but very strong. It feels like there
Is this a flashback? Are we about to get
trouble.
some reveal that somebody knew somebody was happening?
The Century Gate again.
Can you see what's actually happening?
No, it's fuzzy like always. But the enemy's aura has disappeared. Maybe they've moved to a safe place.
Let's hope that it's just a false alarm. We should place our trust in him and Castorus, teacher. They will keep Trian safe.
We did.
Hey, you're talking like we are little kids. One day, Trian will reach her limit, and Trebi will take on the role of gatekeeper from her. We are all aware of that.
That's a thing that's gonna happen?
I am just a little concerned about her state of mind. Trian was already unable to speak, even in short sentences when they left.
What the fuck are you talking about? She was speaking perfectly fine.
We want to say a proper goodbye at the very least.
I will pray with you.
Thanks. And Aggie, it looks like we will need you to come with us to the baths this time to unwind. It feels like neither of us have left for a long while. It's time to head out with the West Wind!
All right.
I'm getting hell with Stellar Jades though. This is gonna get me my Trebi, this one. Damn it, I still can't do the predicting thing.
Here's really hot and heavy. Has it always been like this? Is someone injured over
The fuck? There's two people dead in here. Oh, they're not dead. They're just fainted.
here?
Watch out! Watch out! For the Cremnoan!
They're hallucinating.
Cremnoan? This is their doing?
Aggie, now's not the time to dwell on that. Let's help the injured people first.
Excuse me! Coming through! Oh, you two are here as well. That's a relief.
Is Hyacinth evil?
Even the Twilight Courtyard is involved. What in the world happened here?
I actually just came to relax. But as soon as I got here, I saw
What's this
all
guy
these
laughing
people
about?
lying on the ground. I've examined them, and they don't seem to be seriously ill. It feels like they've just spent too much time in the hot
Does she
water.
have bows on her ankles?
Multiple individuals fainting simultaneously from the hot pool steam? Where is the manager of the baths?
I would like to speak to your manager.
Disappeared, and no one knows where he's gone to. Some people have been saying that the Cremnoans are behind this. Lady Aglaya.
If I was a Cremnoan and I was getting into a war with citizens of a neighboring city, I would do something more sinister than make the baths a little bit too hot. This feels kind of like a lame scheme if it was done maliciously.
Let these people rest. The two of you, please come with me.
Have you thought of something, Aggie?
Yes. While their intentions elude me, it's time to bring this farce to a close.
The Bartolos.
What's going on?
This is really bad. This many people?
This is all you can do, huh?
Damn.
Snowy! Even Snowy!
The culprit is my...
He just challenged everybody.
Dee, what did you do to everybody?
I like that they made this custom like model pose, just make him like laying on the floor, non-moving, pointing an accusatory finger at Mighty.
It's just another duel where I claimed victory.
Duel?
As I expected. On the surface, these two are the mightiest warriors in the Holy City, but they're still impulsive youths at heart. Speak up, Mighty. Tell us exactly what kind of foolishness you and Finan indulged in this time.
Just a little. I don't know how the entire rest of the city got involved though. Maybe they were just like, yeah, let's just constantly up the temperature. How's your recovery coming along, my friend?
No, none of those sound right.
Before, let's have a talk.
Forget it.
Our little autistic creature. I see you still alive and kicking,
Am
Deliverer.
I seeing things? Is the magnificent Deliverer finally deigning to step outside?
I like how he had all those options where he was like actually trying to express genuine concern to his friend. And he was like, no, I'm not capable of doing that, and he immediately goes back to being sarcastic. But we know that he cares. He's just the tsundere.
What kind of response is that?
Nothing. I was just imitating your usual response. I don't feel anything special from you. Have you passed the demigod trial?
The ritual hasn't reopened yet. In case you forgot, it hasn't been that long since I pulled you out of the trial.
I didn't forget.
Then, you're welcome.
In Twilight's last gleam,
I ship these two too, honestly.
From walls sturdy, tales untold. Dreaming of her fruitful gardens, pilgrims arrive from distant lands. Figs and olives, so grand. Yet little do they know that they will step into flames, fuel to the fire, a burning brand.
Mighty is like, yeah, sorry, I skipped poetry class in high school.
What are you playing at this time?
I just felt like reciting a few lines of poetry. Surely the Crown Prince of Kremnos knows how to appreciate poetry, right?
I would assume he does not. I would assume he doesn't know how to do anything but be a meathead and swing a spear around.
Kremnoans steer clear of such weak literature. But my library doesn't lack collections of this kind.
I am cultured. I am a warrior, philosopher, king.
These lines express the poet's yearning for their home. Just as Akuma is distant from many people's homes.
I know how to interpret poetry, Haikis.
Haikis?
There's no point in pretending to be profound, my friend. Thank you for helping me out when I was in a tight spot, but it seems to me that you aren't prepared for the trial either.
Don't compare your situation with mine. My people are still relying on me. I can't ascend to godhood on my own without first resolving their issues.
That seems like a backwards order of priorities. I feel like it would be easier for you to solve your people's issues if you became a god.
So, are you
That's just me, though.
that you, the mighty Mightimos, and the heir to the throne of Kremnos, wish to defy tradition that has endured among your people for millennia?
I'm still thinking about what I should do.
Never mind. It's probably not my place to offer you counsel.
Damn straight.
The idea does strike me, though.
Go ahead. Let's see what terrible ideas you've come up with this time.
Maybe we both need to relieve some stress. Come, Mightimos. Let's recommence our previous competition. This time, we'll see who can stay in the super hot bath for longer.
So he was the one that started it, and he was pointing at Mighty. You little shit.
What? Are you chickening out?
The phrase chickening out does not exist in the Kremnoan language. I just find the situation absurd. That's all. all-knowing historian, are you not aware that we Kremnoans use boiling water from sword forging for our baths?
That's pretty hardcore, but also why the fuck would you do that?
Looks like I'll have to teach you some royal etiquette today.
And thus, an unprecedented sauna battle commences! With unparalleled resolve, the two warriors' determination even alters the very hue of the steam. Flames intertwine with scalding vapor, reaching toward the heavens, shrouding the sky and the sun. The spectacle is so magnificent that none dare gaze upon it directly.
But they do all still participate and come into the hot bath for some reason.
Since we can't see what's happening in the competition, why don't I regale you with a tale of kings to pass the time?
I don't actually think I care to listen to that.
Do you recall the legend of the Gorgo lion mentioned?
I'm gonna.
For tens of thousands.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I really do not care.
It set its sights on the
Oh wait, should I be listening so I can hear these guys moaning all seductively though?
It was stuck in a corner.
Hell yeah.
It had nowhere to escape on the land of Amphibious.
Sweat dripping.
Some lives meet their end at dusk, some at dawn, and yet others are fated to perish under the blistering sun at noon. And at last, the most scorching moment of the day descended upon them. The formidable hand of fate heeded their call and arrived!
My lords, would you like me to reduce the temperature a little?
What? You're chickening out already?
Get lost.
Why can't they at least like take their fucking heavy ass armor off?
Are you asking me to get lost, or?
Do whatever you want.
Finon's actually doing a good job hanging in there.
Oh, please forgive my presumptuousness, my lords.
What a spectacle of folly.
This is what you get for daring to challenge a Kremnoan without understanding your own place.
What I'm saying is, your little game dragged down quite a few innocent souls alongside you.
We will personally escort back home the customers left awestruck by our formidable presence.
This isn't fair. You're wearing way less than I am.
You could have taken your fucking clothes off at any point during this challenge, dickhead.
Is this the latest trend now? Getting into the baths while dressed in full armor?
Don't look at me like that. It was he who challenged me. There is no word for flee in the Kremnoan language.
He said this exact same thing like 40 times. There's no word for X in the Kremnoan language. I think he basically just says that whenever he wants like a get out of jail free card and whatever is being discussed.
Very well. Let us bring this farce to a close, shall we? Warriors, it is time to get moving.
Good job, guys. You did it. You established superiority. And caused heat stroke and a bunch of other innocent standby.
Alas, the flame chase journey is destined to be a lengthy one, replete with obstacles.
But thanks to those two, all the gloom has vanished into thin air. Oh, we just had quite the commotion. It's not every day we find the Marmorial Palace this serene. Shall we continue with our previous plans? Hyacinth, would you care to join us?
Such an empty bath is indeed a rare sight. I was looking forward to unwinding after work. I'd be delighted to accept your invitation, Lady Tree.
I don't know what it is. I still feel like Hyacinth is like evil or something. She probably isn't because she's obviously designed to become a playable character later, but I don't know. I'm a little bit thrown off.
How about we go to the biggest bath?
Take a bath. I can do that. That's a good story mission.
Let me check. The water temperature feels just perfect.
So, How is the feeling of having the entire bath to yourselves?
It's so good.
This is cute.
But, Lady Treeby, aren't you going to soak in the bath with us?
We will have to pass. After all, we've become children.
What, children can't take baths?
Please understand that she can no longer endure the heat of this pool due to the blessings of Yanis.
That would have made more sense to explain. Also, why do we have grapes and a hot bath?
Oh.
Are you curious about us, Hyacinth?
I am, but something tells me that it might be better to change the topic.
Don't get all nervous. It's not something we can't discuss. The truth is, a long, long time ago, we were a mature adult just like
Oh,
Maggie.
okay. I was just asking this the other day. Now we know.
Then, because of reasons, we inherited Yanis's divinity and gained the power of passage. And in return, the price we had to pay was the splitting of our soul.
Each opening of the Century Gate intensifies the strain on Treeby and the others. They are gradually regressing towards infancy, both in body and mind.
Damn, that's fucked up. So, it's like a Benjamin Button situation. And whoever opens the Century Gate is like actively the one regressing, and then when I guess they're significantly younger than the other two, then they pass it off to somebody else, and then they do it for a while until they're the youngest, and so on and so forth, until all three of them are like little babies. I wonder if they'll be allowed to age once they stop opening the fucking gate. Probably not.
We don't know what awaits us at the end either, but anyway, that's why we've turned into children.
In that case, when you opened that giant sentry gate above Akama during the battle against Nikador.
Yeah, I lost 2 months.
Oh, there's no way around it. We all know that the flame chase journey won't be a smooth ride.
Maybe we can find a way to fix it. The primary research focus of Noosporists is the soul.
I just realized Deglaya actually
We
has on a
explore
bathing
its
suit for once.
depletion and methods to restore dispersed souls.
I guess there
As
are
long as
special
research
clothes that you can
continues,
wear into these baths.
There might be a breakthrough that can help. We will do everything we can.
So your first reaction is in fact denial. You're indeed an Access student. I look forward to your good news, Hyacinth.
Now there's another reason to look forward to tomorrow.
Lady Treeby!
She just faints, falls face first into the bath. Goes,
Something's off. It's that strong feeling again. Is it Trian? Wait, no. It's not Trian.
what has the third sister been doing this entire time?
It's Trinan. Trinan is in danger.
I win this round of escorting the bathers home.
How does one contender alone make a valid competition?
Offering a compliment or two wouldn't be the end of you, you know.
Constantly butthurt these two are.
Haikas.
What is that word? Is that your native tongue?
It means hyena. I'm likening you to a weak hyena. By the way, you emphasize the completely wrong syllable.
Yeah, it's haikus, not haikus. Fucking Hermione
We've been
Granger out
acquainted
here.
For some time, I have rarely heard you talk in the ancient tongue of Kremnos.
It's because I'm not exactly a master at it either. I can listen and read just fine, but when it comes to writing...
You can write?
He's so
you
mad.
speak as if you don't have a brain.
That was in jest. I understand. After all, you spent all your childhood wandering far from home.
Worry about yourself first, Deliverer. You also never mention your hometown, apart from when you need to introduce yourself.
Well, it's because there isn't much to say. Ides Elysiae is simply a tiny village that disappeared many years ago in the flames of war. The only times I get to see it are in my dreams, and in...
the trials.
And in
the trial from the Lance of Fury.
I knew it.
Yes. I saw it all. Ides Elysiae ablaze with everyone. My family, friends, and my kin. lying in a sea of flames. A blood-red half-sun hung in the sky, just like on that day.
Oh, was it the Black Swordsman?
Before my eyes, that murderer killed Cyrene.
Was that your mother, girlfriend, sister?
But I saw its form this time. A black cloak, an eerie mask, and a broken giant sword that carried an ominous aura.
Yeah, we're gonna have to kill this motherfucker then. He's been up to no good.
I fought it in the trial. But even though I've been fighting, improving, and resolutely getting stronger all this time, I still couldn't defeat it.
Don't worry about it. We couldn't defeat either, so that's not an indictment on your skill or anything.
You were blinded by hatred and almost lost yourself in that trial.
That's right. And that's why I am truly thankful to you, Mighty Mouse.
You finally picked up some manners. Better late than never.
Then what about you, Mighty? What did you see in that trial? What do you feel?
He was just honest, now you have to be honest too.
There is no word for fear in the Kremnoan language.
I'm getting the feeling that your language has no words at all.
What a good comeback.
But to answer your question, I saw Akuma in the trial. As well as... my old comrades, Hephaestion, Perdiccas.
Told me, I know you.
Ionius, Ptolemy, and Possesta. Ever since I returned from the Sea of Souls, these five have been by my side. We faced life and death together during our days in exile. Those 10 years were arduous, yet filled with moments worth treasuring. Each night, we would gather by the campfire, savoring honey brews and singing our hearts out. The wind in the wilds of Amphorius smelled like rust. Hephaestion would always tease me about adding goat milk to the honey brew, claiming I ruined the blood-red color of the drink.
That seems like a fun crew.
He had a scrawny figure, but was a relentless force on the battlefield, dispatching foes without so much as a blink. Perdiccas was an expert in concocting medicines, delving into all those strange folk remedies. Leonius was a swift runner, and our most reliable messenger. Ptolemy was a real bookworm, always spouting off in chapters and verses.
Is it all guys? Seems like a little bit of a sausage fest,
stack
though.
Of ancient tomes from the Grand Library. Not like it mattered, as my family owns the library. And then there was Possesta. He was the silent type, but a truly masterful musician.
This is the first time I've heard you mention these five, and their names.
They died on the battlefield before the Kremnoan detachment managed to join Akuma.
As people tend to do, I guess, in this time period and place.
Perdiccas was the first to go. He was shot in the stomach by a poisonous arrow from the people of Ladon in the second month of cultivation.
The second month of cultivation, fourth month.
In the end, his remedies mended all but himself.
Mightymouse, do not mourn. I have achieved honor by bestowing a noble death upon the enemy.
Leonius died in the 5th winter. Idonia's snowstorm lasted 3 full months. On the night of the fiercest storm, our foes launched their assault.
Idonia? Is that the city Castorus used to live in?
Yes. Those zealots were as fearless as Kremnoans in the face of death. But they lacked respect for honor. They cornered us in a bottomless swamp. Leonius covered for our retreat.
Oh, the runner had his legs cut off.
He vanished into the mire of a foreign land, his body never to be recovered.
This is perfect. Mighty Mouse, I can finally deliver the news of you ascending the throne to the Netherrealm.
These guys are also positive in their death.
20 dusks later, we finally breached the walls of Idonia and entertained the usurper's plea for peace. However, the rebels refused to surrender and set up an ambush within the city. Ptolemy and his cavalry met their end before they could even relish our triumph. Those obelisks that collapsed after being set on fire became their final resting place.
My Deimos, please tell my family. It was not cunning schemes that vanquished Ptolemy, but the immense weight of Amphorius' entire history.
That's a good way to look at it.
Then, it was Pacesta. He lured the enemies into the city of Aeneonis with his melodies, buying us invaluable time. Our enemies, consumed by indignation when they discovered the trick, set the entire city and my soldiers on fire. His final words were recorded on a small clay tablet, fractured by the flames.
My Deimos, don the crown.
And at last, my most trusted friend, Hephaestion. He was supposed to stand by my side through it all. But a sudden relapse of his illness hit him on the eve of my duel against my father. He hid his condition from me. By the time I returned victorious, he had but a breath left in him.
A Kremnoan, dying on a sickbed. I would be a laughingstock to everyone.
Hephaestion, my dear friend, spare your strength. I'll go get a physician.
I'm just gonna be a priest.
No need. Even if Perdiccas were here, he couldn't stop destiny from taking me away.
No! None can take you away.
My Deimos, our king, do not shed tears for me. It's not befitting of your status.
No.
Farewell, my dear friend. You must lead us back.
And everyone this guy has ever known has died, basically.
What a grave trial indeed. Now I understand why you see immortality as a defect, or even a curse.
My father threw me into the Sea of Souls to break the wheel of karma. But little did he realize it would grant me an immortal body and summon a fated revenge on his head. Following his demise, I considered leading my people back to our homeland. Kremnos had already turned it into a wasteland. Only darkness and insanity thrived there.
Yeah, we purged the problem.
Against the dissent of many, Krateros included, I made the Kremnoan detachment stay in Akama. But I know that their glory will never be doused out. The instant of strife shall inevitably arrive.
There you go.
If you take over Nigador, then you must begin the journey back to your homeland. So, you hesitate because you think leaving your people in the Holy City is a better choice?
I don't know, but I have never been crowned. And those 5 were never endowed with any titles. None is aware of their glory.
None is or none are?
Your predicament is truly complicated. I don't know how I can give you any useful advice. Maybe you could seek counsel from more peoples, such as the Grand Craftsman. Cartonis' people seem to have been through comparable...
I do like that Cartonis is just like the town therapist. Everyone likes him, everyone trusts him. You can talk to Cartonis about anything.
And that teacher of yours, Krateros?
Krateros is maybe not the biggest help.
Lady Tribby, what's making you so flustered?
Hurry up and go save Trinan! She got abducted by Krateros!
Thou fuck. Speak of the devil when he shall appear and kidnap your child.
What's going on?
My Deimos. It seems I was the one who exposed my vulnerabilities first.
Aglaya, I demand an explanation.
This man abducted Trinan by force and forced her to bring him to the vortex of Genesis. He then brazenly stepped into the trial of the Lance of Fury, and naturally failed.
Dumbass, why the fuck would you do that?
Is she telling the truth? Why did you do that?
Because I don't want to wait anymore. Your hesitation made me desperate. If you want to run away from your destiny to become king, then keep running. Someone will eventually stand up and fill in the gap left by strife. Then they will lead our people home.
I get that Akuma is kind of nice, but I mean, I feel like you have to take your people home. They have repeatedly expressed a desire that they don't want to be here. Even if Kremnoa is shitty and really burned out right now, it seems like that's where they would rather be. So take them back there and give them a chance to rebuild everything. And if they hate it and are miserable and miss the hot running water and everything, I really don't feel like it would be a big deal to take them back to Akuma.
Age has blinded you, teacher. Can't you see that I'm hesitating because of this very recklessness seared into your blood?
Crateros, do you truly believe you're worthy of entering the trial? To blaspheme against the prophecy?
You're not worthy of shit, Kratos.
Does the mission we Chrysos heirs bear seem like child's play to you?
Do you know how the Kremnoans see you, Aglaya? You're a hypocrite and a megalomaniac. The prophecy of Genesis and the flame chase journey are just excuses for you to seize power.
I can understand why it would seem like that from an outside perspective, honestly.
Do you even know what you're saying?
Are you defending this woman, Mighty Mos? How many wars did people start because of her and her so-called prophecy? How many cities fell in the past millennium? Their people massacring each other.
Wait, how old is she?
Even if this so-called Genesis really exists, will there be a place for the Kremnoans in that new world?
Actually, it's a good question.
Are you done talking? By agreement between the Chrysos heirs and the Council of Elders, those who trespass upon the vortex of Genesis need not be tried by the Council. I am allowed to pass judgment alone, Crateros. Your actions are unforgivable. I hereby sentence you.
Aggie, wait! We have a proposal! Someone has to resolve this conflict between the cities.
Was she about to kill that guy?
Did not use violence to harm us. We can sense that his anxiety stems from his concern for his people's future. Please, Aglaya, hear us out first.
I'm listening.
I'm sorry, Lord Crateros. We were so preoccupied with deciphering the fragments of prophecy that we neglected those of you not favored by its message. Your accusations were harsh, but justified. We wish to earn your trust, and those of the Kremnoans. I think the best way to do that is to take you to witness the source of the prophecy for yourself.
How are you going to
how does
show
that
me
work?
Something that has no form?
You've heard about that Outlander, right? He has somehow made a connection with Orynyx and can completely replicate scenes from the past. We will ask for his aid. Tomorrow,
I wonder if all the treaties are voiced by the same person too, actually.
We will show you everything from that distant memory, Crateros.
A fair proposal. I accept.
Until then, you will be stripped of your freedom. That is my one condition, and I will brook no argument.
Brook. What a good word.
It is not the first time I've been made someone else's prisoner. Do as you please, demigod.
Teacher, why did you do this?
He just said why, dummy.
Forgive me, young master. But I just cannot wait any longer. Ever since your father died, our people and I have been waiting for a day to revive Kremnos. We placed all of our hopes in you, but never received an answer.
This obsession for returning home has become a sickness for our people. Wise as you are, I refuse to believe that you can't see the truth.
You have a clear head, which is why you're also incomparably alone. A smart person can only choose to tangle himself with the mundane of this world.
Is he smart? I actually still don't know.
If you're truly capable of leading our people beyond this blood-stained fate, then prove it to me once more, Mighty Mos, just as you did back then.
When you killed your dad.
A fierce fighter. I did not expect such heroism from a feeble Akeman. Fulfill your duty as the victor, warrior, and tell me your name. I seek an honorable death from you.
As if you have any honor! Listen closely. I am the leader of the Kremnoan detachment, Mighty Mos. I'm here to finish you, father.
It is you, the beast spurned by all.
I thought that was satisfying to say, though.
Defy death. The prophecy was true. You will bring an end to my Kremnoan dynasty.
Defy? You're wrong. Death fears me. It's the reason I have this body of steel.
And the reason I never have to wear a shirt.
As for you, you already stand at death's door, father. You were the one who threw me into the Sea of Souls. The one who tried in vain to enslave a Titan. And the one who desecrated the body of a god. Haikus! You're a weak king. So weak that even the lowliest hyena is a more noble existence than you.
Hell yeah, kill that bitch. He was old, he was a fucker, and he deserved it.
Then swing your blade. Take my crown. Coronate yourself with an old king's blood and inherit it all. Become the new rightful king of Kremnos.
No. I don't want the crown. Listen. If there's only one end for the kings of Kremnos, then the crown means nothing to me.
I mean, what? How would that be your end? Because you are immortal, you can't die. It seems like you taking the crown would actually be a pretty nice symbolic gesture.
All I want is your life. To avenge Mother and my comrades.
But the walls of Kremnos will not fall with me. Do you truly think you can escape fate's grasp, my son? You and I, we're both the same. We feast on strife and fear. Now, kill me!
Gladly.
The son of Gorgo is destined to be crowned in blood.
I forgot that their name was Gorgo. Not a very serious royal name.
He said the Grand Craftsman Cartonus might have some suggestions. Might as well go see him.
Might as well go see him.
How have you been?
King of Kremnos it is. That you would come, I knew.
I still just want to call this guy Yoda.
You knew I was coming?
Your matters, I've heard. The path forward you seek. Many questions you have. But before that, take this.
Sick ring, bro.
What's
You
this?
proposing to me?
A signet ring. For the King of Kremnos. Belonged to your mother. Recast and restore it. I did.
Oh, well, thank you.
What? Mother threw it into the Sea of Souls.
A long time to fish out it took. Very fortunate we were.
I can hardly imagine how much patience and courage it must have taken to find such a small signet ring in the Sea of Souls.
This guy is so ripped. I want to know his routine.
Gratitude there is.
Both of these
no
guys,
need
honestly.
for. Repayment for saving me, this is. Questions you bring with you. Ask now.
Ask now.
Fate I've always denied. It's finally caught up to me. By all rights, I should accept Strife's authority. It would make everyone happy. The Chrysos heirs, the Council of Elders, the Kremnoans. Even the bards who will write it all into song.
Yet hesitate still you do. Hesitate, why do you, young king?
Everything else aside, this guy just looks like a king, a kingly figure. With his hair and his body and the fucking armor and the tattoos and shit, like, come on. How can you look at yourself in the mirror every day, like, wake up and not think, I look like royalty. I look like I deserve to be in charge of shit. Crazy lack of self-confidence from this guy. For no reason. He deserves to be the most self-confident person ever.
They men, women, the elderly or children. Hearts of all Kremnoans yearn for home. They've all
How long
been
ago did we say
waiting
this
for
was? 5
day,
years?
For the day their king returns. Children of strife would then be able to go home and embrace the old traditions. Never mind that most of them have only ever been heard in these so-called traditions and song. They would then gather around their king and throw themselves into battle.
Honestly, if they want to just do that, just let them. Fuck it.
This is not a good thing, you believe.
The Kremnoans have been trapped in a cycle of bloodshed for the past 1,000 years. They seek vengeance, start wars, become prosperous, and decline. How much innocent blood flowed into the River of Souls in all those years? How many needless sacrifices could we have avoided?
I guess that is kind of the counterpoint, is that if they are fighting and they want to fight, they have to be fighting somebody. Those are the people who probably are, like, not excited for the Kremnoans to return to full power.
I accept that fate, become the totem of strife, that lead my people into repeating the same mistakes. Then of course I would be terrified. I'd be terrified of becoming king.
That's the thing about being king, though, is you don't have to lead them into doing the exact same thing. You can just, like, make a royal decree saying, like, hey guys, let's, like, not get into a bunch of wars. Let's all live happily and still practice combat and be a militarily strong country, but let's not just go invade everybody that looks at us funny. And they have to listen to you because, again, you're the king.
A different kind of Kremnoan you truly are.
Mama, I had a dream last night.
Oh. Now what did you dream?
Was it actually back when she was a child?
Trebios?
I had a dream that I turned
Trebios, that was her original name.
Then we made the moon into a ship and made the stars into our sails. Then we floated on the ocean and let the wind blow us in any direction it wanted.
That sounds nice.
Well, that sounds like a lovely dream.
Yeah. The ocean and the sky were really, really dark, but there were so many of me that I wasn't scared at all because we'd all sing together. The ocean wind blew us onto an island where the wind tasted like flowers. There were bleating sheep and chirping birds inviting us to be their guests. There were so many animals on the island, but none of them ever fought.
This does sound like a nice dream. Why do my dreams not like this instead of always the other shit I was talking about? Why is it always like school dreams or work dreams?
Giannis's holy maidens can receive guidance from the god of passages. Perhaps what you saw in your dream is a divine land somewhere in Amphorius.
You think so?
What's wrong, Trebios? You look unhappy.
Because on that same island, I saw a dark mountain on the other side of the ocean. And it was very...
How do we get to see adult Trebios at some point?
The mountain looked alive, and it kept getting closer to the island. Then I realized it wasn't a mountain, but a very, very tall wave made of water.
Interstellar.
When the wave smashed against the island, it looked like it was going to eat the island up. The small animals tried to chase it away, but they couldn't stop it. Then there was a bang.
Alright, animals trying to chase away a tsunami.
A dark wave.
Mama, does something that scary exist in real life?
Nah.
Yes.
Oh.
Unfortunately, it does exist in Amphorius. But it's very far away from our temple. We call it the Black Tide, though it has nothing to do with water. It has no shape or form, but it can swallow up animals, humans, and even titans. turning them all into
I
monsters.
feel like she's a little bit young for you to be scaring her like this. Imagine if you were like, if you had like a 5-year-old daughter and you were like explaining what it's like to like die of like Alzheimer's or like brain cancer. Just giving all like the gruesome details. That 5-year-old's gonna be fucking terrified. Because kids have active imaginations with shit like this. I remember when I was 5 years old, I was terrified of the concept of like becoming radioactive and dying. And little did I know at the time, obviously, that becoming radioactive is not really a thing you have to worry about in your daily life. Not something you're at risk for. But I've learned about all the different effects of like radiation poisoning pretty early for some reason, and from then on I was just terrified of that. So now she's gonna grow up and be terrified of the black tide.
Oh, the black tide is a baddie. I don't
A baddie.
really want to turn into food. Can't we chase it away?
Of course, my dear. You only need to behave well and listen to what the adults tell you. Study all the
Eat your
knowledge and
vegetables.
etiquette you need, then grow up and become a proper holy maiden.
Eat your vegetables, go to bed early, and you too will be able to fight off the black tide.
The divine Yanis will then give you guidance and help you light the way for the people.
Wow, I'm gonna eat a lot and study a lot and become a holy maiden. But Mama, you said the black tide can swallow up titans too. What do we do if even Yanis is eaten?
I guess we start walking instead of taking the bus.
If that happens, then the holy maiden will have to be the one to guide people on the right path. After all, we are the human avatars of the God of Passages, yeah?
Yeah.
But one person alone is not enough. Once you're older, you'll make a lot of friends. You must do your best to unite them, because that's also our duty as priests.
Friends? Are they also like me and Mama with pretty red hair?
No. You're not allowed to be friends with anybody that doesn't have pretty red hair. I'm declaring it here now.
They might not, but they'll certainly be just as smart and kind as you.
Mama? Am I dreaming?
Don't be silly, dear. Of course you're not dreaming. I've always been by your side.
I thought that actually was a dream. I guess it's not.
Now be a good girl and call your friends over too.
All?
Let's play hide and seek, just like we used to, okay? My Trevios is the smartest girl. I'm sure they remember where.
What the hell is
everyone
this?
hiding.
The voice sounds so far away.
Is this like a physical representation of our brain collapsing in on itself because we're regressing to infancy?
Remember. Who am I looking for?
Your friends, who will chase the black tide away alongside you, of course.
Is this from my childhood? Use this.
There will be an amazing captain on that big ship. She's cheerful, optimistic, bold, and cautious. She'll be able to get everyone together.
Aglaya?
Wow, that's amazing! Can I be the captain?
Of course you can. But you'll find someone else who's better for the job, my dear. I think that person lives in a beautiful temple that sits atop a hillside, covered in golden fig trees. There's a noble girl there who's very smart, but also very delicate.
Just like Mama?
Perhaps. But before we find the captain, the ship also needs someone who can navigate it. Who could that be?
So is Trevios the one that like gathered all of the?
I know! She's Trevi! I named this doll after myself? I don't remember it all.
Egotistical.
Is this a dream? Or something that happened in the past?
Egotistical naming a doll after yourself. Then again, the doll does look exactly like you, so whatever.
It's packed full. All the words are blurred out. Bad chest! You can't lock me away!
What?
Huh? Why is this doll inside a chest?
Also, how is it yelling at me? It's a doll.
It's holding sword.
These are cute. These are like little sparkle plushies.
Many years later, many brave warriors will board this ship. They're skilled combatants who fear no danger.
Ooh, I can learn how to fight too and protect everybody!
Or you can just open the gate and stop endangering yourself.
Silly girl. You're Yanisopoulos' holy maiden. It's not your duty to fight. There will be many others to protect you.
So I wonder if Trivi will end up kind of actually being the main character for this region. I thought it would be Aglaya, but maybe it's not.
I believe one warrior hails from a lovely village where bulrushes flourish, while another comes from a magnificent royal city. Though each has their own troubles, both are ready to lend their strength for the ship's long voyage.
In that case, let Tree
I guess the first one was Aglaya, and this one's fine on the Mighty.
They'll always stay on course. How could I have known the name Trianne back then? Was it just a coincidence? Or...
What if it's actually just triplets? What if it's not even one person to split?
learning can change your destiny.
When navigating at sea, you need to know both astronomy and geography.
Isn't Yanis's knowledge enough?
No, you have to learn more than one subject at school.
Oh, sweetie. The ocean isn't like the land. It's easy to get lost. That's why it's important to learn to recognize the miracle of Aquila.
I've been saying Aquila. Is it Aquila?
All right.
Sounds like a brand of water bottle.
Already super duper smart. I'll still try my very best.
Circe also favors children who try their best. They will send a wise scholar as everyone's teacher to help you reach your dreams.
Okay, so Anaxa, I guess, is the other main character. He just got introduced to the party.
I want to be a teacher too. Oh, wait. I'm super duper smart. So I want to be the teacher's teacher.
Why not? But if you're going to be a teacher, you might need to tone down that hyper energy of yours.
Not happening.
Trinan can do it. She's well behaved and would make a great teacher. Mama and the others always said that I had a great memory. But now, I can't even tell if this is a memory or a dream.
She just had 3 dolls that she named all of her names for the alter egos. This looks comfy.
I used to sit here. Oh.
Now, Trebios, set them on this music box and let them compose a melody for our song.
Music box? What's that?
Sweetheart, are you still groggy from your nap? You invented it.
I invented it? What does it do?
This really is just like a fever dream of the highest caliber.
My lovely Trebi. You're usually so bright. What's gotten into you today? Well, you might as well see for yourself. Put your good friends on it and see the wonders it can do.
Put the dolls on.
Sure.
It's rotating. And I can hear something.
These dolls are so cute.
That's right. It's a music box. If you place the dolls in the right spots, it will start rotating and play beautiful music. Out of all your inventions, this one is my favorite.
I don't remember.
It's all right, my child. I'll sing along to the tune, and it will help
Is it
jog your
cutscene time?
memories.
Am I about to get heartbroken again?
Happiness abounded in this lush land by God's chosen. Giants raised their glasses in a toast, beheld by the 12 constellations. 3 carved the heavens and the earth. 3 wove the threads of fate. 3 molded life with their hands. And 3 guided calamity's gate. They declared the world too unstirring, hence wished endless laughter upon the living. Thus you and I were created, with words and song to weave, and love and intimacy to give. Thus creation was complete. Who then will bear the weight of humanity's souls, to lighten the steps of the living as a whole? O great Kephale, all-knowing Father of stature so tall, yet low does their gaze willingly fall.
I actually like that line.
With light of dawn heavy upon their shoulders, golden blood spills onto the land, converging into a boiling river that flows to the heroic heirs of this world.
What's going on?
The fucking bad trip is now activated.
Oh, yes, please lend me your ears.
We're going off the rails.
As death and fate draw close. On the bloodied earth, the living dead, but ghosts. What is this world? It mirrors.
I was not expecting this.
What is this world? A silent lament without a trace. What is the past? Wandering ghosts that linger. What is the future? Souls scattered by fate's finger. What is the start? A voyage born in solitude. What is the
Take the dolls off the music box, for the love of God.
lonely and subdued. Lonely and subdued. And subdued. And subdued. 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 Subdued.
It got so creepy all of a sudden. What the fuck was that?
What's going on?
Hurry. Run. Trivios, run. The black tide has arrived.
Run!
Where can I go?
The dolls are the black tide.
What's this?
That actually is extremely creepy.
Why? Why are there dolls everywhere?
This is the sacrifice of a holy maiden. You won't make it to the end. Only one person can.
Oh god, only one of the three.
I know. It's fine if we can't reach the end. Our minds are made up.
Go. Get your farewells, Trivios. Time is running out.
Mama, are you going to leave me?
My sweet girl. I will never leave you.
Could have said that in a less creepy voice.
But remember this, Trivios. All shall bid farewell to one, and that person alone will witness the miracle.
Only one shall live till the end, and they alone will witness Aranova.
Since your mind is made up, then traverse the black tide and dispel the fog for Amphorius. I shall see you tomorrow, my dearest Trivios.
Damn, so she has to sacrifice the other, like, two triplets. That basically is like killing 2/3 of her soul.
Are we still in a dream?
Did you have a nightmare?
Maybe. But it's been a long time since we had any dreams.
It's not yet the entry hour. You still have plenty of time to rest.
No. Our heart is still racing.
It must be that reckless Kremnoan soldier who startled Trinan. And you as well. If you want, I can pass through his chest with the golden thread right now.
Get you some friends who will casually like say that they'll murder somebody for your sake.
Aggie, cut it out with the scary talk.
I'm just kidding. If I were serious, I wouldn't have waited until now. Do you want to talk about the dream? Keeping it bottled up is not good for your health.
We had a dream about Mama. The dream itself was nothing. It's just the timing that feels a bit
That was
unsettling.
nothing? You call dreams like that nothing? That's like the most prophetic thing that can possibly happen, and she's just like, yeah, whatever.
You mean...
It's Trian. Even if we refrain from ever using the power of the Century Gate again, her soul continues to slowly drift away from her body. There isn't much time left.
Perhaps it wouldn't be such a bad idea to let her relinquish her role as the gatekeeper and live out her days as a carefree child.
You have a point, Aggie, but our decision has already been made on that
And they agreed that they were already just gonna do that until they
I
die.
believe there's still another way.
Souls will be spent until they dissolve into dust. Such is our fate. Once we had a whole and connected body. If that body were a tree, then its trunk and branches would share the same fate, decaying at the same pace. Now, we are fragmented into numerous selves. Despite the absence of a trunk, we are offered another possibility. We can choose how our branches will perish in a way that is most beneficial to the flame chase journey.
Compared with saying farewell to one person, watching many fade away before me is even more.
So she is gonna volunteer to just let all the rest of them die?
But advancing is the destined end of Yanis's trial. There's no retreat in our path. Don't feel sad about saying goodbye to us. We have already agreed on this, right?
It won't be long before I forget what sorrow tastes like.
So, what would you like for breakfast, Aggie?
Man, it's always tough going back to just casual conversations when you're having serious talks like this with people.
Where did that come from?
After all this talking, we are feeling a bit hungry. Plus, it's nearly the entry hour now. Do you remember?
I like calling dawn the entry hour.
Aggie? You were still a little one, and we caught you secretly eating oatmeal late at night.
While my emotions might be fading, those memories are still as vivid as ever, teacher. Please, let me do it. What would you like to eat?
It's fine. Leave it to us. You should rest for now. It won't take long, and we'll call you when it's done.
In that case,
It is kind of weird
thank
that
you.
Truby is like the oldest lady here.
See you tomorrow, Aggie. Nevertheless, that nightmare is ominous. Memories.
We're slowly regressing so young in age that we're like losing the ability to hold on to memories.
Just as expected.
Brain becoming too
Another trip
underdeveloped.
must be made into the abyss of fate. Hopefully Orynyx will be willing to help us.
Hello.
Long time no see, Professor Anaxa.
Are you two guys are buds?
Who are you?
It's been a while. I'm the one who once overthrew the entire classroom in that spiritual physics lecture.
Oh, it's you.
No way. Do you really still remember that, Professor?
I remember that glib tongue of yours. What brings you here? Surely you're not here to...
I wonder if this guy wears the eye patch because he actually has to, or if he just wears the eye patch because it looks cool.
You could tell.
Of course. You only beat around the bush when you have a hidden agenda.
That's not true. I'm here to seek enlightenment, as always.
Yeah.
Could you please teach me everything you know about the black-robed swordmaster?
Rumors sure travel fast. Unfortunately, I too know nothing about it. I can only tell you that it is clad in a black robe and wields a greatsword. At least, it looks like a greatsword. It's shaped like a twisted half-sun, and a peculiar dagger resembling a crescent moon. By the way...
It was
take
cool
this
weapons.
I got it from the sneak attack. It's yours now.
I was right. It is this thing. The one who torched Ides Elysiae to the ground. And killed everyone.
I feel like it's just like a puppet for some other like...
Don't try to be a
god
hero.
or something though.
No one in Akama stands a chance against that thing right now.
Is that what the Titan said as well?
Not at first. But the god relented after having had a taste of its power. Even with the god possessing me, I couldn't fight against that.
Like, where could that shit have possibly come from though? Like, who could possibly be puppeting this thing? The only one I would really be able to suspect of having a, like, puppet like this would be, Nikador, Strife, and we just killed his ass like 2 seconds ago. And even then, this thing seems to surpass the power of the gods. So, I don't know.
That incredible power doesn't seem to be granted by
Okay,
any
no, it's
Titan.
confirming my theory in 0.2 seconds.
Are you suggesting that it originates from beyond Amphorius?
It's possible. Much like the Black Tide, no?
Nonetheless, it's an enemy we must overcome.
We? Drop the pipe dream, Finon. No one wants to see you fall by their blade.
Let him try at least to power up and beat him. I'm kind of glad that Finon didn't get the core flame, actually. His arc was always just going to be to kill this guy. Mighty's job should be to take the core flame and lead his people back to glory.
His mere presence will endanger the holy city and the flame chase.
You know that I don't believe.
You don't believe in the so-called prophecy, I know. However, I'm here to seek your assistance, not at the request of Aglaya or Treeby. I just want to eliminate a threat to the city I pledged to protect. That's all. The tragedy at the Grove must never happen again.
I guess we're just banking on this guy never showing up again.
Take a seat. Since you are sincerely seeking enlightenment, I suppose I can tell you one more thing.
What's wrong, Trian? Nothing. Just remembering what happened at the Grove.
I guess we're kind of probably close to the end of this quest line, because this is like usually what happens when you're coming up to a major stopping point in the story, is it'll teleport you to like 7 different cutscenes with like dialogue. Like wrapping up the arc from everyone's perspective.
Monster in the black cloak. So scary. Everyone in danger. Nightmare. I can't forget.
Really? Okay, now she can't talk in full sentences.
Don't be scared. There are no bad guys here. Didn't you save everyone with the Century Gate, Trian? Trian threw it away. Far away. It's never coming back.
His ass is coming back. I've never been more sure of anything in my life.
We got back safe from the Grove because of you, Trian. You're the reason the flame chase journey can continue. Sorry. Trian feels a bit dizzy. Why are we here again?
Probably to commit like euthanasia.
For the same thing, of course. Remember? Tomorrow we will reveal the prophecy's past to First, we need to restore the memories that have been blurred by the fragmentation. We hope to present the full truth to everyone, without hiding anything. Since Yanis caused the fragmentation, we can only turn to another Titan, Orynyx, for help.
Am I here too? They need someone who can work Orynyx's miracles.
Remember to get breakfast ready for Aggie before the lucid hour tomorrow. Oh, yes! Trian remembers now. Oh, on that note, we had better prepare some saffron before we meet with the Titan.
Why is saffron in quotes?
Saffron? Huh. It's an essential offering for rituals in the Temple of the Three Fates. You think we shouldn't go to Orynyx?
What is saffron a euphemism for?
Yes, it's also a symbol of Yanisopolis. If we are to replicate memories, we need to use something that is experienced those days. And when we first met Aggie, we added that to the porridge we made for her, and she really loved it. I see. It's like killing 3 birds with 1 stone. But it all depends on whether Orynyx is willing to help us. This could be a problem.
I'm surprised they didn't bring us for this.
It was us who took the core flame from Yanis, from Orynyx's kin. We will have to give it a try. If there's truly no other way, in our current state, we probably can't do anything to them.
They really were just ready to go in there and strong arm the god, though.
Leave it to Trian. Trian knows how to play cute. In any case, let's look for Saffron first.
They didn't send anybody over here to like lead the way
Maker
for them in
soldiers.
case they run into any Titankin, because these guys are not going to be able to fight, especially not in their current
Saffron
state.
is preserved in sealed jars. Let's be on the lookout as we go.
I'm probably not going to actually fully do this. Yeah, I'm assuming.
Turn back, teacher.
That's ominous.
What? Aggie? Oh,
I probably will come back to this at the next stream because it seems like this is going to be a whole nother like story beat with like some stuff happening. Passage, reveal the past once more. That's the quest I need to be on the lookout for because I'm assuming that's the last one in the quest line. But yes, I'm gonna call this one here. I will be on probably later this week playing both League and Zenless. Or just whatever else I feel like, I guess, because I'm not putting it in a box. It can do whatever. I can play whatever the fuck I feel like. You can't stop me. But this one we're gonna call it a night. So, have a good rest of your evening. I will see you next time.